You're giving me this whole land?
Yep.
To me and all my descendants?
Yep.
Where we'll be able to live here without any problems or wars or fights over it whatsoever?
I didn't say that part.
Hashem, God, saw how Avram last week was so dedicated to him. He thought he was going to be put into a fiery furnace to death. Hashem said, you showed the perfect belief in me despite everything. I'm going to give you something. Get away from your family right now and come to this land that I show you. Spoiler alert. It's Israel. And I'm going to make you famous. I'm going to make you rich. And you're going to have lots and lots of children. Avram said, this is great. I don't have any of those things right now. He understood that his brother was put in the fiery furnace also, thinking, hey, I'll just have the same miracle. Well, if you do something expecting a miracle, the miracles aren't going to happen. So he died, unfortunately. But he left 3 children. One of Haran's brothers, Nahor, took Haran's daughter, Milcah, to be a wife. And Avram took Haran's other daughter, Sarai, as a wife also. Haran had a son, Lot. Avram said, all right, come with me. We got a new country to check out. Wow, look at it. This is the land that God has promised to all my future descendants. Hashem even spoke to him in the land when he got there, saying, yup, it's for you and your kids. He was so appreciative, he built an altar right then and there and served an animal to Hashem. Now let's see if we can get some food and some water for ourselves.
Avram, there's no food or water anywhere. They just declared a huge famine in this whole land.
Pretty sus that your God told you that you're going to have this whole land and you should be here, and now he's going to starve you? No, it's only sus if you don't trust that the creator of the world is good and just. Bam! Mic drop! Avram had perfect faith. He said, God has a plan. I have no doubt. Let's go down to Egypt and wait this famine out. Okay, I gotta stop rhyming. On the way, he said, Sarai, my wife, now I realize you are absolutely beautiful. Aww. Which means the Egyptians are going to be super jealous, and if they find out that I'm your husband, they're going to kill me. So just say that you're my sister, okay? Oh. They get to Egypt. Sure enough, the people in charge said, that woman is beautiful. She's fit for the king. And Paro was like, Avram, I would love to give you a small token of my appreciation for the fact that I will be marrying your sister. You'll be part of the family. But at night, it was a different story. Hashem did not allow anything to happen to Sarai. Anyone that came near her would be smitten with a plague. The next day, Paro realized what happened. Why did you tell me she was your wife? Because you would have killed me. Okay, take her and get out of here. But wait, before you do, you're probably a high-level guy. This is my daughter. I want her to be your wife as well. Well, I'm a one-woman man. Okay, it's better she be a maidservant in your house than royalty somewhere else. Go. He had high-level mad respect for Avram. Avram went back to the future Eretz Yisrael with his family, and he was rich, and Lot was rich. They were all rich. Lot's shepherds were not as holy as Avram's shepherds. Avram's shepherds wouldn't let their livestock just graze anywhere, but Lot's shepherds didn't care, and they would get into fights. Hey, keep your animals off of private land.
Hey, it's all to be ours. Remember, God said we can have the land.
Yeah, not yet. Lot, you're my brother, but we're gonna have to split up. This is just not working out. It's not you. It's okay. It's probably you. Wherever you go, no problem. I'll go the other way, but I won't be so far away that if you ever need anything, I'll be there for you. So Lot chose, wow, that place was absolutely lush and beautiful. The area of Sodom, known for sodomy, known for being rich, but also very stingy. They would actually put somebody to death for giving food to somebody poor, because they got to make Sodom great again. So Lot chose there. The moment Lot left, now that he's out of the way, Avram, I want you to know your descendants are going to be more numerous than every grain of sand on the earth. Avram was like, wow. And he brought up another offering to God. Just then, war broke out between 4 kings and 5 kings. And the 4 kings, one of them King Nimrod, still upset from his humiliation when Avram emerged unscathed from his furnace punishment, made sure that he invaded Sodom and captured Lot and said, hey, we got Avram's nephew. He's probably going to pay a lot of money for it because I heard Avram's rich nowadays. Now, at first, Avram stayed out of this war. He wasn't getting involved. But then he got a knock on his tent, and it was a fugitive telling Avram that his nephew Lot just been kidnapped. That's it. Avram said, I've made a promise. I'll be there for him. Let's go. He got 318 of his buddies, and the 5 kings beat the 4 kings because Hashem was miraculously on Avram's side. Huge ceremony. The local priest gave Avram a huge blessing of thanks and gratitude for ending this war. Blessing Hashem. The king of Sodom was like, whoa, Avram, you are awesome. Okay, get us back our people that were captives, and you can have all the money and the booty for yourself. Avram's like, I got enough money, okay? I don't want anyone saying that you made me rich. You didn't make me rich. You can have your people. It's all good. Afterwards, Avram was thinking, oh my gosh, I could have gotten killed. Hashem really protected me. I know that I was merited a lot of things. Did I just use up all my merits? Hashem came back down to Avram and said, Avram, I know you're worried about this. You did not lose any of your merits. Your children are going to be more numerous than the stars in the sky. Avram said, thank you so much, but I don't have any children. And he lifted him above the clouds and the stars, and he said, you are above nature. You are above the clouds. Don't worry about it. You're going to have children. And Hashem was very impressed that Avram still trusted him. But I just have one question. How will I know that they will inherit this land? Some say that was a mark on him for asking that question. Nevertheless, Hashem says, I will make a covenant with you. Take all these animals, split them in half, and walk through them, and then I will walk through them. And this will be our contract together, that your children for 400 years will be strangers in a strange land. But after 400 years, this land will be theirs. Meanwhile, Sarai, Avram's wife, was also bothered that she didn't have any children, and she thought, maybe if I do a kindness, Hashem will listen to me and allow me to have my own children. So she took her maidservant Hagar and brought her to Avram. And the first night they were together, the next day, Hagar realized she was pregnant. She's walking around. Sarai thinks she's such a great woman. She can't get pregnant. I got pregnant on the first night. Maybe she's not as great as she thinks. Sarai was so embarrassed. She was so angry. She yelled at her husband, Avram, when you asked Hashem for children, you didn't say for the both of us. You just said for yourself. You see? Avram's like, listen, do whatever you feel is the right thing to do. And she put Hagar to work with oppression. And she gave her an evil eye, just angry. And Hagar miscarried. She just fled. She ran away. She goes, I don't want to be a part of this. Trying to go back home to Egypt. And she saw a well and she sat by the well. And there an angel appeared to her saying, Hagar, where are you running away? She goes, whoa, there's even angels here in the desert? She knew what angels were like. She used to see them all the time in Avram's place. He said, go back to your maidservant Sarai, subdue yourself to her. You will conceive once again, and name this child Ishmael, who is the father of all the Muslims. And he will be a Pere Adam, which is translated in the English Bibles as wild ass of a man. And we always laugh when we're 10 years old reading. And his hand will be on everything and everyone will be on him. We don't know what that means. It could be that he's stealing. It could mean that he's providing. It's up to your interpretation. Hagar went back and gave birth. And Avram, without even knowing this conversation, said, I think a good name for this child is Yishmael. 13 years later, I'm so wondering how they all lived together for the next 13 years. But the Parsha fast forwards and Hashem comes down to Avram saying, Avram, now is the time. I need you to be perfect and walk before me. And everyone's like, what was I doing all this time? You have a slight imperfection. In order to perfect yourself, you need to be circumcised. And when you're circumcised, your name will no longer be Avram. You will have a hey in the middle of your name, and it will now be Avraham. And you're right, Avram and Sarai could not have children. Now your name is Avraham, and her name is Sarah. And next year, she will have a child. Avram couldn't believe it. He was so happy. He knew how badly his wife wanted to have a child. He knew that he wanted to have descendants through her as well. And he was laughing. Wow, this is amazing. God said, yes, laughing is what it's all about because his name will be and he will laugh. Yitzchak. What about Yishmael? Will he be okay? Hashem said he will also have tons of children. He didn't ask if they were going to be getting along with Sarai's children. Maybe he should have. Avram came back and he said, guys, I got huge news. Hashem wants us to be closer to him and be perfected. Everyone's like, great. And then he told them, we all have to be circumcised. Now, I'm not sure how the rest of everybody took it, but the Torah does say at the very end, to Yishmael's credit, he had no problem. He said, go for it. And to this day, most Muslim males do circumcise their children, even at older ages than Jewish people. Jewish people were 8 days old when we circumcise. Muslims do it at a much later time when the kids actually know what's going on. And Avram himself circumcised himself at the age of 99 years old. 3 days later, he was in a lot of pain. And we'll find out what happened because of that pain next week.